Hello again, everybody. Daniel Gotera here with Jeremy Booth, President and CEO of the New Balance Future Stars Series, and joined by a special guest, Jim Duquette, Special Assistant to the President. This guy right here. Jim Duquette, many years of Major League Baseball experience. You hear him on Major League Baseball Network now. Player development is what we're talking about right now, guys. Jim, what'd you think of what you've seen so far out here, Fresh 50 and Underclass Premier?
You know, I mean, the talent every year gets better and better. I think that's what stands out. You know, you can develop or you can scout all you want, but if you don't have the talent on the field, it's always about the product first. So I think that's what stands out here. And the part of the weekend, the last day, you're always kind of curious on how the first couple of days come together in that last. And I always like how we've made adjustments along the way. Like, oh, you know what? We needed to do things a little differently after watching games 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we made those adjustments on Sunday, which is, I think, a big part of that and the difference that we've made over the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed, especially this weekend. A little tentative, a little hesitant that first day. Guys finding their way through, and then the energy level picks up. They get a little bit more comfortable. They hear from the coaching staff, and the player development really starts to kick in. The coaching kicks in too.
Yeah, right? You know, it's always gratifying for me. You know, Jim's a two-time GM, been in baseball forever, done a lot of really good things with player acquisition and development from the beginning. So when Jim is around and he's able to guide, it's a big resource for me, for the players, for the staff, culture, how we're going to go about, you know, getting things executed, data, processing, modeling. All of that is part of what Jim does with advising us to get there. And when I hear that type of perspective, I like that, not so much because it's positive, because it's authentic. He gets in here and he sees what's going on without me giving him too much background, and I get to listen. And it's not often I get to listen, right? I get to listen to what's going on.
That's very true. He's usually talking.
I'm talking. So
yeah, he's usually talking.
You know, you set him up, I knock him down. So
that's it.
You know,
that's it.
So when you have that type of resource to have that, it's been good. And to that point, remodeling, remaking the developmental staff, which has been a couple of years in the works. These guys are exceptional, and the players are responding.
So from a player development standpoint with these two age groups, Jim, what do you like to tackle? What do you like to identify as they get going within this process?
Well, listen, there's a lot of growth at this age group, right? And when we see, you know, those younger kids, those 14 youth, they're going to look a lot different even a year from now. And so I think just trying to first just get a baseline, which is what we've done over the course of the year, get the metrics involved. And you know, we're building out models too to help us predict in the future that you don't see in the industry, right? So that's why it's so important to get the eyeballs on it. Let's get the reports on it, but we're also getting the analytics aspect to it too. So, and I also, you know, we're always looking at, you know, players and them making adjustments. So they're coming in here, they're being taught things that they've never been taught before, and some, you see some of their heads spinning, like, what do you mean by that? What did you just tell us?
Because I don't usually hear that. Right. Like, you know,
I haven't learned that before.
Right,
and
right,
why I'm so good at where I am, and why do I have to incorporate that into my game right now and my development right now? Well, because we know where the end product is and you don't, you know, and so there's a little bit of a trust factor that has to come from the coaches, and that's why I think the right staff is in place now, because they do such a great job of that trust factor, getting them to buy in to things that maybe they weren't even open-minded to before they got here.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't one decision that's made that I make as having the final decision here without consulting the people that are around, right? That's what they're here for. And when it comes to guys like Jason Stein introducing a 13-degree launch angle example, right? You can't stand in the box, not a human being alive, and just show me where 13 degrees is. But you can understand that's the zone you want to hit a line drive at, right? You understand the exit velocity and how that plays into it. You can understand the importance of fastball command. The analytical side of this, we've been at the forefront of our stuff for a while. And like major league organizations in this sense, we have the international component, we have the domestic component, now we have the college component along with the second phase of amateur ball. And we have all kinds of pro data to compare that to, with World Series rings, championships, $100 and $200 million contracts guys have been involved in. And the collection of that, you know, the execution of having the staff that buys into that culture, really buys into that culture with a positive flow every single day, makes the job a lot easier to go execute the big stuff.
Jeremy, Jim, always great to talk to you guys about baseball. We'll see you again down the road. A couple of weeks, got the main event, Hartford first, main event, more stars, more talent to see. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.